If you like my content and I've helped you out along the way, I highly encourage you guys to come along and join me in Patreon and join my Discord community where you can really take things a step further and also get some more accountability in your production journey and make collabs with members in there. This is a video today on Reverb, and I wanted to show you a cool, really cool free Reverb plugin that I found called Magic 7. And so basically, I've just got a pluck, like a dry pluck from Alchemy, and a pluck can be really great because it's nice and short and dry. Then you can really hear the reverb signal well on it, you know. So anyway, the Magic 7 sounds very, very nice, and there's a bunch of different kind of. This is a free one, by the way. I just came across it recently. So what the problem is with some producers is that, some people don't take reverb seriously enough, and you can typically have the concept of reverb and you know what it is. And, you know, when I say to my students sometimes, like, you know, put more reverb on that sound, you know, then they think, oh yeah, okay, I'll get my reverb. But like the question, or the thing that I want to try and encourage people to do is to think about, okay, what kind of reverb, which type of reverb, because there's so many types of reverb and there's different ways to color your sound, you know, and it's so important. And so just having just like one or two reverb plugins is often not enough, I don't think, because there's so many different reverbs that color sounds differently, and it's such an important part of the producer's sound designing and mixing palette that you need to just like be able to know what reverb you're going to use for what sound. If you like, you know, for what for a particular lead or a particular vocal, you need to be like thinking already in advance, like what type of reverb unit is going to work well with that. So grab yourself the Magic 7 because it's free and it sounds wicked. All right. Basically, if you just take like one of the other examples, like the chamber, if I then go back to my Chrome Reverb from Logic, you hear how it's not quite as big? I'm running through a bunch of presets. Going back to the Magic 7, it's much bigger, you know? So because of the way that reverb is designed, I believe it models like an old school analog reverb. I might be wrong on that. But either way, whatever has been done to the software, it is clearly very, very good at getting larger than life reverb sounds. And so if you're trying to get a good sounding lead or vocal or bass, then using the right reverb on it is going to be super important. So you want the highest quality reverbs that you can get, you know? And so as a free one, this one sounds excellent for that, you know? I already kind of prefer it to the Chrome Reverb. Then if you take the Valhalla Shimmer, Supermassive, for example, run through a bunch of those. It's actually a delay plugin, but it can be used as a reverb, you know? These ones are quite nice, like the Reverb 2000. This one's still much, much bigger though. Like the sound quality seems a lot higher, you know. I even tested it along with the Convolver a bit as well. It's one of my favourites, the Falkland Palace. Nice one. You can already hear it's not quite as powerful, you know. So that's quite good as well. But yeah, you go back to the Magic 7 again. It sounds much bigger. And there are some other... There are some other great great reverb companies like Lexicon, I think that's one of them, and Altiverb used to be my favorite reverb back in the day. There are some other great reverb plugins as well. But for a free one, I don't think I've ever seen one as good as this. There are things, it's quite simple. It lacks, like a real EQ, I think. It's only got a mix knob, so you can't do the dry wet separately. So all that stuff is a bit annoying. But because of the sound quality, it's worth it though, because it's no problem just, recording in some notes dry, for example. Let's do a little. That was too cheesy. I'm just doing pure cheese now. All right, that's slightly less cheesy. Let's take that, for example. All you got to do to use the reverb, properly would be, copy the channel, have two instances of the sound, slap the Magic 7 on one of them to put the mix up to 100, and then you can control, you can pick obviously. That Halls one was a quite nice vibe, but the non-linear, I think I'll go for the Halls one. Takes the low down, bring the air up. But now I've got it on a separate channel, so I can properly EQ it, I can turn it down as well. Whatever, the rule, or the game, I should say, the game. The game is, you want to have as much control of the reverb signal separately from the dry signal, so split your channels. Obviously you can do sends, but I don't like to do sends because then you can't really see what's going on in your project as well, but yeah, split the channel or whatever you want to do. You do sends if you have to, but then importantly, you've got the reverb on a separate channel now, or send, so you can process it separately, and for a free one, I mean, if you haven't got it already, then definitely grab it. If you're sort of, if you've only got a couple of reverbs, or you're just not really taking your reverb game too seriously, then I would start taking it more seriously, because it's really, really important. And having different tools at your disposal to color the sound is really important. I know there's a case, there's like having too many plugins to do, you can always like buy too many plugins. Obviously with this one, that's not a problem because it's free, right? But there's this problem of like having too many plugins or buying too many plugins to the point where you're sort of like overclouding your kind of workflow and that kind of thing, But when it comes to reverbs, I think it's important to have like a few, like at least like 4 or 5 that you like, so that when you're producing, you can always color the sound differently, because it's about coloring. So different reverbs will color the sound differently. So sometimes you want different colors for different parts of your track or different elements. So you could go overboard and have 30 reverbs, and that's probably too much, but you should probably have 4 or 5 good ones that are all different, that color the sound a different way, so that when you're then in the production mode, you can sort of flick between a few different reverb sounds from different sort of units, and then find like the best match for that sound. So I love the Magic 7 already. I just tested it out today, and only stumbled across it yesterday, and yeah, it's already kind of becoming maybe my favorite reverb of these ones anyway. So I'll definitely be using this a bit more going forward. So hopefully that was insightful. Thank you very much for watching, my G's. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and check out the links down below for my Patreon. I highly suggest you come and join us, and join our Discord group. It's really wonderful in there. And also, if you'd like to get one-on-one lessons, you can book via my online calendar. You can check out presets on my website for Serum, Vital, Faceplant, and Current. And if you need any mastering work done as well, you can send me an email. Much love, my G's. More from me soon. Ciao for now.